Okay. You guys ready to talk about time? It's almost a joke that I'm doing this right now. um, I'm just making sure that I'm live where I need to be. I think we're good to go. So we have, it's just a weird time. I'm going to start there. It's a weird time to be in practice. And one of the things that I want to give you guys permission to do is to let things that are normally very consistent allow for inconsistency, allow for flexibility, allow for something like a schedule to be something that changes regularly. Hold things lightly. I love saying to my clients, create systems that you nail into the boards in the wall, but hold on to them lightly, especially now, because I'm going to sneeze. Okay. God's blessing me right now. I just know that it's happening. So here's the thing, you guys. My life changes so fast because the world is changing so fast. My kids are changing so fast. Their needs are changing so fast. And that's true for every person in my practice. Okay. Consistency isn't something that I hold on to anymore, as far as my schedule is concerned. And that's what we're talking about today. There are a few things that I want to talk about. One is time, energy, money balance, because many of us are way out of exchange with one of the three. The second thing I want to talk about is holding it lightly. And I might start with that because today's opposite day, apparently. So every week, and I'm going to show you the tools that I use. I'm going to give you a bit of a snapshot of how I will pivot this when I need to. I'm going to share with you how to get access to my tools. I'll just give them to you. I don't care. And then at the end, I'll talk to you about, if you are interested in working with me, how you can do that. If we haven't met yet, my name is Dr. Jody Dinnerman. I am a chiropractor here in New Jersey, and I've been in practice for 23 years, and I have truly figured out how to run a practice without staff as efficient as possible. And what I do now is I work with doctors from all over the world and teach them how to do the same, how to really love their practice. And some of you guys have a team, a really amazing team, and some of you don't have a team and don't want one, and all of that is good. So I suggest that if you do have a team, they watch this, what I'm about to share with you. If you don't have a team, study this hard, because this could be the piece that makes it or breaks it. I'm going to tell you right now that inside of the academy, the Staffless Practice Academy, we have an entire school on exchange, time, energy, money. That's how important this is. And, you know, I'll often say that our time and our health are the two most precious commodities. They're the things that when they're gone, we're just not okay, right? Money, you can not have a dollar in the bank, but you can still be okay. If you don't have your health and you don't have any time left, you're not okay. So best that we respect it, best that we find rapport with it in the way that works best for your world. And the way that you do it, I'm going to say it very clearly, is going to be different than the way that I do it, because I move differently through the world, as most of us do. And that's why we're so good at what we do. Okay, and you guys, I'm watching this on my phone. So if you have questions or thoughts or comments, just drop them in the comments. Okay, so I have a few things in front of me and I want to show all of them to you. The first thing I want to show you, what do I want to start with? I'll start with this. I love, love, love this notebook. I think you can see it. I'm just looking. Yep. Okay. It's like a basic notebook that I think I got it at Target. It's called Think Ink. And the website is designworksinc.com. Okay. And then the reason I love it is because the top of it, you see it has January through December, and then you can circle the day. So here's what I love so much about my husband. He will innately find something like this as a by the way, throw it in the cart and start using it. And the way that he uses it, me watching him use it, will change my life. But to him, it's just a notebook that he's using that's sitting on his desk. He's not a chiropractor. He's not even a wellness practitioner, but he uses a system like this and it works really well for his brain. And I'm using this, I'm not even using the date feature up top. I'm just using it as another notebook that's sitting on my desk, but it is a really great tool. If you need a page or multiple pages for each day, it's going to help you do that. So I love this notebook, just to, by the way. This is a really good, if you are running a practice without a team, this is a really good admin need diary. Like as people come in and they need something, if you don't yet have love notes, if you're one of my students, you know what love notes are. If you don't have love notes set up, hit me up because they will change the way that you practice. But if you don't, this is a really good solution. You circle the month, you circle the day. Sally came in, needs to reschedule Thursday. Janice came in, needs to pay for last 3 visits, whatever the admin needs are. Because we all know by now that we do not do those things while we're serving clients. We do them when we're quiet, when we can do busy work in the office. And this is a really great system to write it all down. You know what? There's nothing wrong with this either. Okay, so that is thing number 1. Thing number 2, for time management, honestly, this is a game changer. This is a weekly checklist for me. For me. You might have a weekly checklist already created for your team or your kids or even the amazing person who cleans your house, whoever it might be. Do you have a checklist that's holding you accountable? I print this out every Monday. I change it every week based on what Staffless Practice and my practice and my household need for that week. This is our weekly checklist. For my students, this is going to be in the school called Organize, okay? Weekly checklist. Really, really important, you guys. You can do a weekly checklist on a Monday.com board, and I'll show you in a minute what that looks like. You can do a weekly checklist on a Trello board. You can use a Google Calendar. I don't care what you do, just have some sort of system of accountability for yourself and your team members if you have a team. Okay, and then one more. Actually, I have 2 more things to show you. This is my appointment schedule for coaching. It's not my appointment schedule for, and then on the back, I write admin tasks. And I print it every week because I'm paper visual. I need to see it. You guys, I've met with coaches where I'm paying them $1,000 an hour, easy, right? And what we talked about is what's the paper that's sitting on your desk right now, keeping you connected to what's happening with all of the things. That's how much energy I have had to spend with the way that my brain works on getting all of the things done. So I print out a weekly checklist. I print out a schedule or a calendar, and you can do this with your EHR for patient appointments. And then on the back of my calendar, I print out reminders, things that I want to remember with each one of my clients. And if you're one of my clients, people are always saying, Jody, how do you remember all of that? And I don't. I write it down and my system works. Okay, the next thing I want to show you is my book. So today I'm using a Franklin Covey planner. If you have been around for a hot minute, you know that this is like my thing. Like I'll go to Staples on a Saturday afternoon and I'll be that guy that's spending an hour in the calendar section because I have to touch everyone. I have to feel the paper. The quality of the paper is everything. This is a thing for me, you guys. And I've got my pens here. I'm not going to show it to you. I'm not going to go through my stuff. But this is what I need to do to make it work. And what my point is, give yourself permission to be weird about this stuff. Give yourself permission to think outside the box when it comes to creating the schedule that really works for you and your family and your practice and your heart and all of the things that you want to do in the world, especially if you don't have a team, or especially if you have a team and you want your team to be able to come to the office and only do what they're great at doing. We have a new client who just signed up with us, and we were talking today about having the right people in the right places. And part of that, she was telling me that she keeps hiring the wrong person, which, did anybody in school teach me how to hire somebody? No, I had to figure it out through the School of Hard Knocks. Me and Annie, we both had to figure it out. And part of that for me is to give my team members these tools and say, hey, this is what we need to do. So hold on, my kid's texting me. Okay. So let me show you this, Franklin Covey. This is the book, okay? And right now the system I'm using, the book has a weekly view, and then the book has a monthly view. And wait, hold on, let me just tell them one more thing. Hit top button first. Okay. Sometimes I'll change it so that I'm looking at one day at a time. I need to hear that, right? Sometimes I change it so that I'm just looking at a calendar and this is my planning for the week. It changes depending on what's happening in my world. And again, I'm giving you permission to think outside the box and do things, be kind to yourself. I just want to go back to the Zoom. Hold on one sec. I'm sorry, I'm so distracted. There's so much going on the side of the computer. Okay. Let me share my screen with you because there's a lot of good stuff I want to show you. Are you guys good? So far, so good? I'm going to assume that's a yes. So we're going here. Okay. So I'm going to show you a couple of things. And again, if you're my student, you get this stuff. This is all part of what we give to you. This is my time map. So we give you a whole course on how to create a time map for yourself. And again, it changes as much as it needs to change. People always want to know what each thing means, so I'll show you. Coach means when I'm coaching my clients. Live is right now. Hi, I'm live. Green is my very favorite. It's nothing at all time. It's time when we don't plan anything. CF in yellow is CrossFit, because if it's not on my schedule, this actually is an old version. We're going at 9 in the morning these days. But if it's not on my schedule, I'm not going to do it, right? I don't commit to it. I need to commit to it here. Pink is when I serve my people. I'm in my office 3 days a week. And I usually serve all day on Friday. And sometimes I serve on Saturday. I hold it lightly again, and my practice members have been okay with that. So what does that mean? Like I'll decide on Thursdays, this is my promise to my practice members, and this is the way that it works for me. I decide on Thursdays if I want to have Saturday hours, and if I don't feel like it, I don't. And if I do feel like it, I send one text out to my whole practice by clicking one button. It's already written up, and it sounds something like, hey guys, we're going to be in the office this week. We is me and Kuna, my puppy, because they know that if I come in on a Saturday, Kuna's coming with me, because we have a whole thing that we do. And usually the Saturday hours fill, they're packed, and it's a last minute thing. And we give great care. Everybody's in a good mood. Saturdays are fun at my office. They always have been. And you know what? It's the kind of thing where I don't want to feel like I have to do it. If I feel like I have to do it, I'm not going to want to give up my Saturday. But if I feel like it's a decision that I made and I truly feel like it's the right thing to do for my practice and my soul and all of the things on that day, I do it. I go, and it's so fun. So that's how I work the schedule. Wait, I want to share one more time with you. Let me go to, I have all of these. Zoom for some reason switched my windows. I think you guys are seeing the right thing. Okay. And then this is where I keep my weekly stuff. And if you guys need something like this or a copy or something, some kind of support with it, let me know and we'll jump in and we'll get together and we'll make sure that you've got this working for you. So to recap, what I wanted to share with you is that you have every right and every ability to hold these systems lightly and to change when you need to change and to pivot when you need to pivot, right? It can be flexible. If that makes you crazy and you hate everything about it, then guess what? Don't do it. If you need to have that structure for your practice, then find the structure that works for you and find the structure that works for your perfect practice member. Okay, so if you're interested in having a chat with me to see if me and the Staffless Practice Academy can support you right now for your practice, just let me know, drop the word chat below and we'll get on with you. If not, I'm loving you guys from here and I hope you make it an awesome week and I'll talk to you next Monday.